Okay, so welcome back. This is the second video in a series. In our first video, we talked about the COVID-19 and the truth behind this virus. And now we're going to talk about other changes you can expect in the world in the times to come. So we mentioned the founders, my spirit guides, who have stated repeatedly for the last 15 years or so that a large percentage of humanity would likely have difficulties from failure of the immune system. And we indicated that this failure of the immune system happens largely because of the heavy amounts of pollution we have on planet Earth. We didn't really talk too much about stress. We mentioned negative thoughts and negative emotions that have been built up over many lifetimes in humanity that need to be cleared. Basically, it's karma that needs to be cleared. Karma is nothing but unfinished business. Karma is those soul lessons that we didn't complete, perhaps in one lifetime because of the short lifespan of souls on Earth. And so we had the continuation of those lessons from lifetime to lifetime. For example, many souls who are, let's say, the more advanced souls in humanity want to learn about unconditional love. Well, unconditional love often takes between 10 and 20 lifetimes to learn. You may say, oh, I'm going to learn all about unconditional love, and then look what happens. You end up, those parents you decided you were going to come in, oh, I think I want those parents. They look like really enlightened beings. And you get here and they fall into codependency, jealousy, possessiveness, things of that nature. And you're not learning much about unconditional love because you grow up in a conditional love environment, one where it's filled with codependency and possessiveness and manipulation, passive aggressiveness, things of that nature. And so later in that life you say, well, I really didn't learn that much about unconditional love. I think I'm going to have to come back and have another lifetime and see if I can learn more about unconditional love. So that would be an example of karma that gets carried over from lifetime to lifetime. Now, obviously, there's the so-called tit for tat, which is the attack and revenge that often goes on for many lifetimes, especially among the lesser enlightened souls. So I end up killing you in a past life, you end up killing me in a future life, and we go back and forth exacting revenge on each other for many lifetimes before we realize the folly of behaving in such a manner, and we put all of this silly nonsense to rest, no longer trying to be the one who gets revenge or whatever, or the victim and the perpetrator, going back and forth over and over as victim and perpetrator. So a lot of us come in with this unresolved karma, and of course it affects very heavily on our ability to move forward with our soul lessons. So we tend to get caught in these dramas, family conflict. And this, of course, takes a tremendous toll on our immune systems, takes a tremendous toll on our overall well-being, and so we're unable to maintain a high enough vibration to overcome the negativity that we're seeing in the world. So we get caught up in the drama of duality, caught up in the Leela, the Maya, the illusion, as the Eastern teachings would call it. So these are additional, very major influences that contribute to the failure of the immune system, which is the main vehicle for exiting the earth plane over the next 10, 20, 30 years. So this is something that every one of us on the spiritual path has to examine within ourselves. Where do we have unresolved karma? What are the unresolved emotional issues? What are the core negative beliefs that we have to let go of?